people. We're back. Apologies for before I get into the good bit. Apologies not posting or uploading or whatever. I've been ill since like Saturday night, Sunday morning, mainly Sunday morning. Obviously Saturday I was at Leigh Wood. Had got a bit of a sore throat. Thought it was just for me belting out Monica Kaya and enjoying Leigh Wood becoming two-time world champion. If you didn't know already, Leigh Wood is two-time world champion. But yeah, yeah. I not felt ill. Had a sore throat. Okay. Went to bed. I got home about 3 in the morning. I was like, right, I'll shower in the morning. In the morning, I felt 10 times worse. Just dead. So yeah, just chilled. Yeah, it's just kind of stuck with me. But we're all good now. We're all good. We're back up and running. Well, I'm not all good. I'm still fucking ill. But I'm well enough to make a video. Just while there's no shows this week, I don't want to completely not post. Still got to make videos. Still got to keep entertaining the people that want to watch me. But yeah, let's just get straight into things. The sad part, not the sad part, the shop story's over. We're not talking about me being ill anymore. So let's get into all the good bits. And we'll start off with fight week. So as you know, if you kept an eye on the channel, we were at fight week, got all these little wristbands that I'm keeping. I think they're quite cool. Oh shit. So yeah. Fight week was sick. The Wednesday was the media workout. I really struggled to get people there. I got Frank Smith in the end though, which was quite good. Spoke to Leigh Wood, and that's how I arranged Thursday's interview. But the media workout was good. Spoke to him off a little bit just off camera, just spoke about Dublin and Chantal Cameron's coming 2 times. Yeah, it was quality. It was quality. Not a lot that happened though. About it, yeah. Thursday was the good day. It was a solid day. I did really well. Obviously got Campbell, Hatton and Williams Crawler. Both of them obviously came out victorious as well. Good to see that, man. Good to see them both win. Especially Will Crawler. Big up Will Crawler, man. He smashed it in the debut. I know he had that dodgy knockdown where he like slipped. But hey, listen, it's gonna happen, man. But yeah, so that's that. His ring walk was fucking quality, by the way. I'm not gonna get a song out of my head, man. Literally have a song on my playlist since that day, and I've not stopped playing it. What a tune. But yeah, so I had Campbell Hatton and Will Crawler. Then the press conference started. Spoke to a couple of press guys. Spoke to this guy Mo Hussein. What a bloke. If you don't know about him, he's a top bloke. I spoke to him most over the 2 days. Let me get his Instagram up because he's such a nice guy. He does all like the photos, like he did like fight week behind the scenes back in Fiat. Yeah, sat down and spoke to him most of the time. He was a lovely guy. Obviously spoke to quite a few people. Or tried to anyway, but I'm not gonna lie. I was fucking nervous as fuck. I was terrified. Just because I was new surroundings. But I enjoyed it though. I still enjoyed it. Yeah. Then got Eddie Hearn. Got about 5 minutes in, but I was really nervous getting Eddie Hearn the first time round. The second I wasn't as nervous. And I realised watching like I stumbled. I just said I'm here with Eddie. Didn't actually say Eddie Hearn. We're not on first name basis like that yet. But yeah, got Eddie Hearn on both days, on the Thursday and the Friday. By the way, Friday's video popped off the fucking views. Got my 2 most popular videos now just on Friday, with Eddie Hearn getting 1.6k, and then Ben Davison's interview that I did got we're pushing 1.1k. But yeah, unreal 2 days, 3 days of press. Friday the weigh-ins are quality. Bit dodgy with Lara missing weight, and I think that's probably the big reason why I've got views. Because it was a hot topic, and there was only a limited amount of people going to get interviews with these people and get what they're saying. Obviously, my videos are quite short, and people are just going to want to see what gets straight to the point. There's way better interviews out there than mine. I'm still learning. But I did what I needed to do, got the answers, and yeah, it was sick. It was so sick. Obviously, I've got to thank all these people out here supporting me who followed and subscribed to the channel. Without you people, without the 391 subscribers, I won't be able to, get press passes for these events. It's the first of many for getting a sponsor on board now. We're getting there. Not anyone reach out, but I've spoken to a couple of people that might be able to help me out. I just again, I'm going to say I'm going to say it in a few videos now, but I'm looking for a sponsor still. Pardon me. You know, I need to be able to fund my travel and stuff. Obviously, I already work at McDonald's. Literally worked out from my head, but it's fucking shite. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, it's still the sort of throat kicking into play. I know what hiccup. But yeah, let's just move on from the press stuff. Let's just get me a sponsor. We'll keep it at that. Let's talk about fight night and give a little rundown of the card. I'm going to beat up box rec. Even though I know the matchroom card, we're going to go through all three just quickly, just rapid. Not rapid, but yeah, we'll go through all three. We'll start off with Wood Lara, just because I've already started talking about that one. So we kicked off the card with Aaron Bowen versus Aljazenko. That fight was a bit different. Aaron Bowen from what he said, he kind of went and think he was going to get that knockout again, and then Venko ended up bringing the bit of fucking heat. Venko brought heat. Kept coming out swinging. It was a good fight though. A good fight for Aaron Bowen as well. Very good fight for him to learn and progress. You need to have these tough fights to progress and reach top levels. Especially with him being a hot amateur turning over to the pro game. It's good to have these fights. Solid performance. Got caught a few times, but on the whole, he was pretty good, pretty solid. Share like Coventry is in the playoffs, I hate it for him. Heartbreak for him, but I don't really care about Coventry fan. Moving on, then we saw Campbell Hatton against Michael Bullock. Fair again, solid from Campbell Hatton, but he's actually really improving now. He's really improving, really improving now. I remember at the beginning of the career when he wasn't even landing knockouts, and now he's won 2 fights back to back. He's done it before though, where he's gone 2 back to back knockouts, but still, he's on a roll. He's doing really well. He's really coming on now. I think the activity's helping him as well. 3 fights already this year. We're not even halfway into the year yet. He's doing fit. Again, stopped him. Didn't ever really look in trouble. Solid, just solid. Then to close off before the bell, we have William Crawler making his debut. Obviously, I tried to get William on over a Zoom call. Caught him on fight week instead. Probably a bit better actually to get him on fight week. Solid debut. Really good look for his debut. Did what he needed to do. Apart from getting dropped, it looked like a knockdown from Aaron Sat, but I think his bicep hit his glove. That's what I'm aiming for. I don't know. Either way, it was a solid debut. He looked good. He looked like he's got the fundamentals there. His ring walk was quality as well. What a fucking ring walk that was. That song that he played, crazy. Oh fucking hell, stuck him here for days. Solid. But before the bell was, I'll say about the whole card. The whole card was entertaining. Not one fight was actually boring. Like sometimes you go to a fight and the fight will be like the card will be a bit dead, or it'll be a good undercard and a punch main event. The whole card was entertaining. It was good. It was really good. Opening the televised slot on the zone, we had Danny Ball versus James Robinson for the vacant English welterweight title. That fight was good again. That second round as well, the Robinson got dropped and he started swinging. Wow. It was fucking brilliant. It was brilliant. Shame about Jamie Robinson. I do like Jamie Robinson. Backed by Scott Kano. Scott Kano is a Nottingham-born and bred man. Was a bit gutting, but Danny Ball did the business. Danny Ball did what he needed to do. Again, looked really good doing it. But the knockdown was pretty good as well. Pretty good knockdown. Caught him with a quick little uppercut. Fine. But yeah, I was really happy to see Danny Ball get his hands on the English title though. I think it was one of those fights where I was happy for either man to win. A bit good for either man to lose. But yeah, no, it was good to see Danny Ball get his hands on it. Unlucky for Jamie Robinson. But the man will be back. Listen, the man's already overcome so much in his career. I'm sure this ain't going to hold him back. Then we had Akib Fiaz as Cotton Ion. That fight was really good. We had that little scare where Akib got dropped in the 6th. Heart sank. I think that was his last 8 rounder. It's straight up to 10 rounds from the next. Actually still looked good. Before he got dropped, he looked good. But that left hook caught him clean. Caught him really clean. Had him out. I not had him out, but I had him gone. You could see the way he dropped. His eyes kind of went a little bit. But yeah, no, still did the job. 1 on points. Solid. Then we had Terry Harper. Obviously, it was very frustrating week for her, with her meant to be out in Dublin moving before, but she got put in against Ivana Habazin. I've said that correctly. Again, just a solid 10 rounds. It is pretty basic. Interesting bit was post fight. They're still calling for the Natasha Jonas fight. I think everyone wants to see the Natasha Jonas fight, but undisputed as well, by the way. But undisputed, it's gotta be done, man. Let's just quickly look. Okay, I'm going to base it off the box rankings quickly. So Natasha Jonas literally needs the WBA. She's fucking undisputed. So realistically, it probably makes sense to fight Terry Harper. It probably makes sense. But anyhow, Terry Harper's the big. Natasha Jonas is out on July 1st on the Spider Marshall versus Cruz Zone card. But yeah. Then we have Jack Carter will get back after about 15 months out of the ring. Wow, he looked good. He looked good. He did what he needed to do. People said he needed to come back and make Foden look shit. And he made Foden look shit respectfully. Dropped him twice. His jab was fucking perfect. All that jab was fucking brilliant to watch for the crowd. That jab was fucking brilliant. Yeah, everything about Carter was solid. You could tell he was just eager to get back in the ring. When his ring walks on, he didn't even fucking stop taking the crowd. He just walked straight to the ring. Wanted to get on. Yeah, man, he looked fantastic. Did business. Got himself back up and running, and now it's just activity. He's had a very, very tough last couple of years, Leicester. We're fighting, 3 times in 3 years. Yeah, literally fought 3 times in 3 years. He fought in 2020 on the Dubois Joyce card. That's when you know. And that was his most recent. That was his last win before Josh Taylor, 2020. He fought against Josh Taylor and lost, and went in again for a year and a half. And came back to fight Dara Foley. I think with Matchroom will get activity. Matchroom will get him what he needs. And yeah. As for Dara Foley, I'd still like to see him come back. I'd like to see him probably face Robbie Davies Jr. again. Or just anyone really. Let's just go on box facts, right? We'll just have a look at the super lightweight division and see who's lurking. Liam Parra maybe, because Liam Parra keeps struggling with injuries. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to look at the rankings. Let's talk about main event though. Leigh Wood made Lara look pants. I don't know if anything was up with Lara that night. He kept putting at his ankle. I saw him putting his ankle in the second after he got dropped. So maybe he hurt his ankle when he got dropped. But still, that's an injury caused through Leigh Wood's fucking fantastic uppercut hater. Don't shoot me. Don't put me quickly when he's the one who hurt him. But no, what a performance. What a performance. Did everything he needed to do. Kept it smart, kept it basic, sat behind the jab. And he said he was getting bored in the fight, but fucking hell. He did what he needed to. 2-time world champion. And let's get this City Ground fight, man. Please, let's get this City Ground fight. Get it back to Nottingham, man. Get him back in Nottingham. Get him back in front of his people. The Manchester atmosphere is still pretty fucking good. They're a pretty empty-looking arena. But Nottingham still turned out for him, man. Yeah, let's just get him back in Nottingham. Get him to the City Ground, or if he fights Coleman-Tov and he doesn't step aside, get Coleman-Tov at the arena, and then we'll push for Warrington afterwards. Because I want to get him in Nottingham one last time. He's got 2 fights left. Let's just get him to the City Ground, man. I think if he gets the City Ground next fight, I think he should retire there. I would rather just see him retire at the City Ground than fight at the City Ground in October and then go back to the arena for one last fight. I'd rather have the arena one more time than go to the City Ground, or get the City Ground in September, October, and then retire there. I want to see him end his career at the City Ground. Because I think it's just a fairy tale ending, ain't it? He's had that fucking fairy tale career, give him a fairy tale ending. But yeah, moving on from Wood Lara, let's do a quick rundown of the main events on the other card. Billam Smith versus Cody. I've not watched Billam Smith Cody yet, but from what it looks like, it's a bit dodgy. A bit of a scrappy fight, with the Cody getting dropped 3 times and also getting 2 point deductions. sit down and watch that fight. I'll go into a little bit more detail in another video. And then Michael Conlan. I'm actually gutted for Michael Conlan. I still feel like he's a future world champion though. I'm fucking gutted for him, man. Had the homecoming fight this time to really try and, get him that world title. But Luis Alberto Lopez is a fucking tank. He's a fucking tank, ain't he? Yeah. I don't know. I sat down and watched that one. It was, I think, a lot of people say Conlan fought the wrong fight. He kind of went out, tried to fight fire with fire, and it didn't work. What he needed to do was just move, box and move. But Luis Alberto Lopez is a beast. I think I'd love to see him fight Leigh Wood. Luis Alberto Lopez. After Conlan, I still think Conlan could become world champion. I really think he can. I think again it's finding where he goes from here. Maybe looking at the opponents he fought before this world title fight with Miguel Mariga, I don't know how to say his name, but probably and then Kareem Gertie. So when Kareem fought Conlan, in that same year, he got beat by Jordan Gill. I know he was beating Jordan Gill, but then got knocked out with that fucking thunderous fucking right hand. Obviously, he wasn't coming into that fight off that. He went and won a point decision back in France before going out to fight Conlan. And Conlan obviously blitzed him in a round. Yeah, I think Conlan should build himself back up again. And then maybe take a few fights out of Belfast as well. And come back and then get another world title shot, whether it's in Belfast or somewhere else. I do think he's a future world champion still. I just think he's come up against he's come up against two men on flying form. You got to think he'd come up with Luis Alberto Lopez being Josh Warrington in Van Garden, and then before that we fought Leigh Wood. Leigh Wood was coming off just winning the world title after being doubted his whole career, saying he'd never win a world title. So, I don't know. But that's all from me. Just throat still hurts and I do just want to just relax. But yeah, glad to be back. Glad to see Leigh Wood B2 time. I'm going to sit down and watch Cody Smith tonight. And Michael Conlan is a future world champion. And finally, Luis Alberto Lopez is a beast. Get everything against Leigh Wood, but Leigh Wood will still fucking beat him. Anyway, anyway, people, like, subscribe, do your thing. And we're still pushing that sponsorship. I'm pushing 400 subs quickly. We're 391. We're getting close now. 9 more subs. If you just know anyone that's not subscribed, tell them to do it, man. Tell them to do it. It's free. Helps out everyone. It's not harming you, and it's not harming me either. I was about to say it's harming. It's not harming me. It's doing me fucking brilliant things. So just subscribe, please. Love you all.